Welcome. Forest Night out in St. Louis. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Excited and blessed to be here with you today. I'm totally jazzed about the information that I'm gonna share with you here really quickly. And I'm gonna get jump straight into the point. One of the things that seems to go around, hey babe, one of the things that seems to be going around is cold prospect versus warm prospect, and how do I do this? And you got people telling you need to warm prospect market only, and you need to prospect cold prospecting. One thing I want to throw out, and I'm going to just throw out this into the universe: everyone, every single person on the planet, before they became a warm prospect, they were a cold prospect until you reached out your hand and said hello. Everybody. Now, maybe the only exception would have been moms carrying babies, because babies definitely warm, floating right around about 98.6. That might be the only exception, right? Is a pregnant mom who's carrying baby pops out, warm prospect, right? Everybody else, your husbands, your wife, everybody, even the dad, because he wasn't carrying the baby was a cold prospect until they popped out into the world and he said, hey, I'm dad. And it's like, oh, yeah, hey, dad. Right? Everyone, absolutely everyone, everywhere you go, jobs, friends, coworkers, wife, spouse, husbands, girlfriend, everybody was a cold prospect before you reached out your hand and said hello. So what I'd like to do is I want to share my super top secret sauce on how you can literally take anyone anywhere in the world and turn them from a cold prospect into a warm to hot prospect instantly by simply saying this one phrase. Works like magic. I'm going to challenge you to try it out. If it doesn't work, it's not my fault. It's you. I'm just saying, because it works for me like crazy. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist, full-time network marketer, coach for the Ray Higdon Coaching Group. Absolutely love what I do. I love network marketing. I love working with network marketers. I'm on a mission to have no more Emperor refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. And I hope you are too. We had an absolutely awesome St. Louis market launch today. Had a ton of people there. So excited about launching, especially our Forex education platform into the St. Louis market. Totally jazzed about that. So let's jump into this. So how do you turn a warm market prospect? How do you turn a cold prospect into a warm market prospect? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you off of internet land and I'm going to take you out into the real world. Now, for those of you that aren't in lockdown, of course, you can't do this quite yet. So this has to be a deal. And I'm going to use Carlos as a prime example, because a really cool guy. So follow me on this journey as I take somebody from a cold prospect instantly into a warm prospect. And then we're going to talk about, one is I'm going to come up with something similar. And I'm talking to network marketers. If you're in regular sales, of course, you'd answer this a little bit different, but I'm talking to network marketers, show you how to respond if they ask you what you do, right? And that's a question like, how do I answer that question? I'm going to share something with you. And then I'm going to transition all the way down the road and how you're actually going to reach out to them, because now they're a warm prospect, and reach out to them and present your product or service or opportunity to them. So here we go. So I meet Carlos, right? I'm standing at Wingstop. I think it's, I don't know what day of the week it was, but I know it was a weekday because my wife was there and she was on her lunch break, and we decided, hey, let's go to Wingstop and get some wings. And we go in and we place this order, and I'm standing there. And of course, Wingstop always tells you it takes about 16 minutes when it takes you about 26 minutes to cook them wings. And I'm standing there, and this gentleman walks in the door, and I guess he had done a call-in order, and his order wasn't right. So he had them redo it. They need to be crispier or whatever. So he's standing there, and I'm talking to him. Now watch this. This is the magic. I want you to watch very closely to what I do, and pretend you're Carlos, right? Pretend you're Carlos. And I'm looking at Carlos, and there's actually somebody sort of standing between me and him. So I scoot over just a little bit. So the person sees me move. So they sort of step forward a little bit. And I look directly at Carlos. Carlos is looking, gazing into my beautiful brown eyes as I gaze into his. I don't remember what color they were. And I said, just like this, so what you got going on today? That's what I said to him. So let me back up, rewind. Scoot behind the person, looking directly at Carlos, head nod. So, what you got going on today? And guess what he does? Blah, 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 blah. Man, we're getting ready to go on vacation. My wife's going to have her 34th birthday. We're going to Turks and Caicos and da-da-da. And we're trying to get some stuff, man. I wish I could hurry up with this food because I got to get home and pack. He just keeps talking. I'm like, so what do you do? Look, he does medical transport stuff. He just telling me his whole life, just blah, blah, blah. He's just telling me everything he's doing. I'm like, that's really cool. And as he's talking, I got this really cool app on my phone for our company that has this cool QR scanner, right? And as he's talking, he's like, oh, yeah, the Turks and Caicos. And I said, hey, you got your phone on you? He's like, yeah. I said, go ahead and get it out. And I walk right over to him and I said, scan this. He did not hesitate. And I said, great. What I want to do is I want to share technology with you that's going to give you an opportunity to save money on your next vacation. He scanned it. I said, just put your name and your email address right in there. I just want to make sure it works okay. Put his name, his email address, and his phone number in there. Boom, he hit it. Instant customer. Just like that. Instant freaking customer, just like that. Now, let me back up a little bit. It may not work that way every time for you because you may not have the cool technology tools and apps that I do. So here's how we take that. You notice, literally, it took me 2 seconds to turn him into a warm prospect because he started just vomiting on me like everything is going on. So in the real world, maybe you don't have an app. Maybe you can't instantly get a customer like I do. Whatever, maybe the situation doesn't dictate. So let's go back to the head nod. So what you got going on today? They're going to start talking, and they're going to start, and they may talk about what they're doing. Say, what are you curious? What do you do for a living? You work around here? You're going to have a conversation with them. You're doing the form thing, right? Family, occupation, recreation, and message. You're doing it, but you're just doing it in a really cool way. So what you got going on today? And they're going to start, and they're going to start telling you. It doesn't really matter what they say. So curious, what do you do for a living? Oh, really? How long have you been doing that? Wow, 19 years. Man, you must really love that job. Guess what they're going to say? They're going to say something negative about their job, and you're taking mental notes. And when you ask them that, so what do you do for a living? They're probably going to turn around and say, so what do you do? Now, you've got some options here in the what do you do? And the reason you want to answer this the right way, if you're an attorney, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, and you throw that out at them, it's going to be very awkward when you call them in a couple of weeks. However, if you say this phrase to them, I share systems that give people an opportunity to create additional incomes for them and their families. So how long have you been doing what you're doing? So let's rewind that. Head nod. So what you up to today? What you got going on? So what you got going on today? And they're just going to blurt out stuff. So I'm curious, what kind of work are you in? Wow. And how long have you been doing that? And somewhere in there, they may ask you, what do you do for a living? If they don't ask you what you do for a living, then of course you don't need to bring it up. But if they say, so what do you do? And say, hey, great. Yeah, I actually share systems with people. I share systems that give people an opportunity to create additional incomes for them and their family. So how long have you been doing what you're doing? 19 years. Wow, you must really love what you do. That is really, really cool. Hey, I tell you what, if you don't mind, I'd like to maybe get to know you a little bit better. Are you on Facebook? Right? Are you on Facebook? Can we exchange phone numbers? Maybe if you're talking to another female and your female say, hey, girlfriend, would you mind sharing your number with me? I'd like to get to know you better. So you're already having that conversation. She's going, yeah, what's your number? Okay, let's exchange numbers. So what you're going to do is once you exchange phone numbers, right, you're going to get her phone number from her or him, right? And I recommend guys work with guys and women work with women. It can be a little bit awkward for a guy to ask a woman for her phone number and vice versa. So I'd recommend guys, if you see a guy standing around, so what you got going on today? Easy guy conversation. Women, you can do the same thing. It depends on where you want to go and what kind of situation you're in. Now, if you're a single guy, you got to be careful where you go with the phone numbers things. If you're on Facebook, maybe, hey, are you on Facebook? Can we connect on Facebook? Great. Your whole goal is to take them to the next level. Now, you've got their phone number, maybe connected on Facebook. You've now made a warm market friend with them. As soon as they're out of your space, you're going to run down and take some quick notes, either some notes on your iPhone, on your notes on your notepad. If they gave you a business, hey, do you have a business card on you? Great way to get their phone number, right? Hey, do you have a business card on you? So how long have you been doing it? 19. Absolutely. Hey, do you have a business card on you? Yeah, sure. Boom, got their phone number. Absolutely great. Hey, would you mind if connecting maybe down the road? Yeah, cool. Yeah, nice to meet you. And if you give them your business card, it's going to give them away. If you're a doctor and you hand them your doctor business card, you've blown it. If you've got a business card that just has your name and your phone number on it, cha-ching. If it has your name and your phone number and a QR code on it, you might lose them a little bit because they can scan that QR code and go see what you're doing. So I would just do a business card with your name and your phone number on it and keep it very simple. Oh, here's my business card. Just keep an eye out for this phone number, lock it into your phone. And I'd love to connect with you later, right? Guys, girls, ladies, and do it that way. Now, here's part 2 to this, right? So you've made friends with them. You've literally taken a cold market prospect and converted them into a warm market prospect in like 20 seconds. Bam. And you're not being all weird. You're not going to talk about your business. You're not going to present anything to the business. You're just creating a warm market prospect. 2 weeks later, not the next day, because it's going to be really weird, but 2 weeks later, you're going to have them on your follow-up list, and you're going to call them, and you're going to reach out to them and say, hey, this is Forrest. I'm not sure if you remember me, Carlos, but we met at Wingstop. You guys are getting ready to go on your wife's vacation. How did the birthday vacation go? Great. Absolutely awesome. The reason I'm calling you today is I just got out of a meeting with my senior business partners, and we're doing some business expansion in the area. And the first person that popped in my brain was you, because I really like your personality. Curious, are you open to taking a look at additional income opportunities if they wouldn't interfere with what you're currently doing? If you are, great. I'd love to get you some information. If not, appreciate, man. It was fun getting to know you. And I'd love to connect further, maybe over a cup of coffee. Let me know either way, right? So you're in warm market mode, right? You're in warm market mode. So you remind them about the conversation that you had at Wingstop or at Kentucky Fried Chicken or wherever you met them. They're a warm market prospect. You're going to bring it up. I guarantee if I call Carlos right now, he's going to remember me just like that. Hey, Carlos, hey, how'd your wife's birthday party go on Turks and Caicos? I'm like, man, it was great. That was so much fun. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay him up for a freaking home run hit and be like, dude, man, I really appreciate your personality. You seem like an awesome guy. I just got out of a meeting with my senior business partners. Curious, I'm doing some business expansion here in the area. Do you keep your options open? And he's going to go, blah, 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 blah. He's probably going to say, what is it? Not a problem at all. What I'd like to do is, if you're available over the next couple of days, sit down and just share with what we got going on for the St. Louis market launch. If you're open to it, maybe I can buy you a cup of coffee and grab a bite of pizza or something. Just let me know, right? What days are you available? And that's how that conversation, because I want to get back together with him and meet him face to face. I'm going to get him off of wherever he is. That's warm market. That's how you build your warm market in your local community or wherever you're at. It can be a little bit challenging doing that on social media because you can't do the head nod and say, so what you got going on today? You send that in a message. It could be a little bit weird doing that. But as a live person, if you plan your prospecting, if you have a planned prospecting plan where maybe one day you do social media, the next day you actually go out and meet people. People want to meet people because they've been in a lockdown forever. So if you can physically go out and meet people and say, so what you got going on today? They are going to lay down and tell you their life story. And you need to somewhere hook that in there if they don't tell you what they do. So what do you do for a living? They're going to say, so how long have you been doing that? Wow, 19 years. You must own the company already. You must really love it. I like to say, you must really love it because I'm looking for the opening. It's okay. They don't pay me enough. Or, I'm trying to find something different. Oh, really? See, if they go there, I might actually come back with so you're looking for something different. What are you looking for? Right. I want to find out what are you looking to do? Well, I don't quite know. Well, not to bother you. I know you're trying to get the chicken wings out of here. My companies, I've been actually talking to my senior business partners. We're looking at possibly doing some business expansion in the area. Can I reach out to you in a couple of weeks? Would you be open to that? Like, sure, cool. You got a business card on you? Understand that you're always looking for that reason to have a transitional, normal conversation that isn't weird, like you're trying to sell them some type of business opportunity, right? Before you and please stay away from your freaking products unless the conversation comes up, right? It's like I did with Carlos. He was going on vacation. I hooked him up with my vacation app, and boom, it made sense. It was congruent. I also didn't bring up the business, but I'm going to come back with that in here in a couple of weeks. I think, see, when did he go on vacation? I need to look it because I know what day it was. I'm going to follow up with him. He'll probably be back on vacation from vacation here in a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna hit him up and see if he's open to opportunities. And that's all my job is, right? My job is to expose people to my opportunity and ask them if they're open. And of course, warm market prospecting in your local community. I bet you, I guarantee you, if you went door to door in your own neighborhood and asked your neighbors if they know what you do, you would get crickets. I'm just saying. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing to do about it. If you got some value, share your takeaways below. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.